One time I drove back and got into a road rage scene. A desperate looking jackass moron stopped his car in front of mine, blocking my escape. He was tall and wiry like a prisoner who spent his time doing exercises in his cell. He was totally out of control, screaming and punching my car door. I was going to die. Adrenaline pulsed through my body. I had to calm him down, not say the wrong thing. I wound down my window, held my hands up and said, "Sorry." He walked back to his car like a wild animal with its tail between its legs. A Jacques Brel CD was playing all the time he was threatening me. He must have thought I was a pretentious little turd, not worth murdering. Last Saturday morning I drove along the motorway to Chichester. I was feeling down and frankly a bit suicidal, to be honest. I saw a buzzard floating all slow motion in front of the clouds, and you know, Jesus Christ, it made my heart leap and I shouted out in glee as I gripped the steering wheel and almost smashed the car. Later there was a kestrel hovering above the field, twitching, just about to swoop down and grab a mouse or vole or something. It's easier and more convenient to think your life is shit, worthless, unrewarding. But my God, when you see these things and you have a staring match with a fox as you wander back from the pub, you forget for a while that your mother died just last year. Your daughter has an incurable illness. Your own body often hurts. It seems to be turning against you. Mostly you just have to look up. Clouds, stars, sunrises and sunsets. Birds and the moon ever changing. It doesn't get better than that. Thank you. I live in Worthing, so I quite often get the last train back from Brighton, because there are no good pubs in Worthing, so I was drinking Brighton. I got asked outside for a fight. I was on a moving train. On that last train to West Worthing, via Lancing, you take your life in your hands. A fascist, beetroot-faced, drink-fulled, idiot white boy swaggering show-off was declaiming an unbroken, vile, hate-filled torrent of offensive rubbish. I couldn't stand it, and I told him. When he asked if I wanted to make something of it, I pointed to the door, stations whizzing past, and said, "After you." The stark light of the toilet made my skin look terrible, my pink dry eyes like a rabbit with myxomatosis. I always look better in the gloom. All these shits on the train are texting or doing something with their phones. I don't want to be here. The modern world makes me depressed. On the street, desperate people ask for money. I don't know what to do. Guilt is my default emotion. Somebody I know has gone to India. She likes to help poor people, the underprivileged. It's admirable, I guess. Another friend likes to travel. She takes photographs. All her pictures are of beggars or old people with wrinkles. They're really interesting, she says, and cute. I can't walk down the road without feeling bad about something. The dog lies on the rug, the cats lick each other's fur, and I put cream on my psoriasis scabs before I go to bed again in the spare room. Thank you. I stood in the pub garden on my own, finished a cigarette and flicked the butt. It arced beautifully for ages in slow motion and landed straight in the middle of an ashtray. Another time somebody frisbeed a Jaffa cake towards me. I was in the studio and it was about 10 metres distance. I caught it in my mouth. Neither of these brilliant achievements were captured on film and sent to You've Been Framed. Usually I feel like a wasp at a picnic or a dead puppy at a school disco, so it would have been good for my ego. Two girls on the train have been to a gig. They filmed it on their mobile phone and are replaying the whole show on their nasty, tinny, harsh, shrieky devices. My ears are bleeding and there seems to be a weird electrical wire fizzing in my brain. While this hideous noise was going on, they talked about going on holiday, and the main thing they were basing their choice on was whether there was a good hot tub. I wanted to flick burning cigarettes and Jaffa cakes into their stupid fucking hot tub. I also wanted to cry, and there were about 100 stations until my stop. Thank you. Thank you very much. The TV doesn't work very well, the signal is weak, the picture breaks up and freezes, there's a disc stuck in the DVD player. The digital radio sounds like everybody is underwater, or a Dalek. My mobile phone died, the internet connection keeps going off. Usually when you're in the middle of a long email. Both CD players are broken, the freezer defrosts at will, the kettle blew up. There is a cold swamp at the bottom of the fridge. Every week I go to the council dump, but there's still broken stuff everywhere. Plates and bowls and cups crash to the kitchen floor. A Christian band were playing in the bandstand. People were handing out balloons. I sat outside a cafe watching a child go round and round on a fairground ride. Her eyes were closed, she looked serious. It reminded me when Tilda was young, she would sit on those things for hours. The town has gone mad. Seagulls steal your food, strangers steal your soul. They've put UPVC windows in a beautiful old church and turned it into a fitness centre. The high street is nail bars, mobile phone stores, tattoo parlours, all the rest are charity shops. Most of the dogs in the park are Staffordshire Bull Terriers. I saw some graffiti on the children's slide, a heart with a swastika in it.